Then he thought that perhaps they had come to celebrate some festival of which he knew nothing. None among the courtiers would enlighten him, though they gave each other sly smirks. But finally, the significance dawned on Val. One day, King Aguiar overheard his son muttering, "Can it be that my father has a hand in this? Can it be that he wishes me to find a wife and settle down? As well try to harness a wild horse with silken ribbons." King Aguiar inwardly groaned and conceded defeat. Chapter 2. Unhappy Subjects. This proved fortunate, for with the abandonment of immediate plans for Valiant's marriage, King Aguiar concentrated his attention upon a matter which, with growing seriousness, had hung in his thoughts since the so nearly successful uprising instigated by King Valgrind. Calling Val to his chamber, and making no effort to conceal his uneasiness, the king spoke in this manner. "I have ruled firmly but justly. I have abolished piracy and brought prosperity to Thule. Yet along the coast there is much unrest. Nay, let us call it by its true name, rebellion. But I know not how this evil may be righted with surety." It was a day or two later that Val and Beric set out ostensibly on a hunting trip. Their careful course led them toward the sea, where, one night, they reached a fisher's village and sought shelter in the inn. Here they were made welcome, and after being supped, were asked for news of the world. "Gladly," said Val. He told how King Valgrind had tried, and luckily failed, to take Thule by treachery. "Why luckily?" asked the berserker. "Under Valgrind's rule, we'd be sea rovers again. But Aguiar the merchant," and here the bearded pirate made mincing gestures, "has turned Thule into the sweetest and loveliest place for tradesmen and money grubbers. A pox on our huckster king!" "Hail Aguiar, King of Thule!" shouted Val, and lost his temper at the same instant that the berserker lost his teeth. All eyes were fixed on Val. Knives were drawn and ready. "Take it easy, friends," said Val. "I am the son of your king, Prince Valiant. I come to—" And then the berserker leaped, for only death or victory could halt one of those fierce warriors when once angered. At moments like these, the wise and the timid drew back to safety, but lads like Val always sprang forward, making offense their defense. He stopped the fearful downward stroke of the glittering blade before it had gathered force, or rather, he turned the stroke to the berserker's own destruction. He did it in this wise. As the warrior's right arm started down, Val seized the wrist in his left hand, then bent his elbow under the stiffened arm and flung the astonished warrior sideways over his shoulder. The berserker flew through the air and landed on the floor with all his weight. He lay utterly stunned, unable to move. His right arm was so painfully wrenched as to remain useless for many weeks thereafter. But Val had resumed talking to the rest of the villagers as if there had scarcely been any interruption worth noticing. "I have come to find the cause of your discontent, which has already reached the ears of my father and disturbs him much. Let word be sent among all the fjords and islands that I shall hear any who have a just complaint." Presently a great throng of sturdy Vikings assembled. From them Val learned much that explained their unruly temper, for they spoke boldly and hid nothing, being in no wise afraid. The first to speak was a stalwart young sea captain. "Our king is pleased to call us brigands and pirates, and to forbid us the sea, a bitter insult. He is king of Thule. We too are kings. Kings on our own ships. The wide, wild sea is our domain."